Good afternoon, everybody. It is 1:20 in the afternoon. I don't know if you're going to see that for some reason. 60 degrees outside. That is insane. I'm heating up a coffee here, and in a few minutes I'll take you out and show you what I've been doing all day. But since I've already done videos on maple syrup processing, I won't waste any time recording it all. Tapping trees, I should say. But I'll take you out and show you what's going on. Look at this beautiful sunny day. Now, it's not very windy, so I've angled the solar panels up higher into the sun to see if I would increase, and I was getting 228, and then it went up to 278. So, just experimenting on these solar panels, but I cannot keep them up high like that if it's going to be windy. They will get blown over on their face. I have seen it again and again and again. Now this one here is rugged. That one's just propped up on a board, but this one is heavy. But anyway, it would still get blown over on its face. The whole unit flopped right over. But at least for today, I'm experimenting and getting more power. Let's go look at what I've been up to all day. I don't know if you can tell how muddy it is. It's really soft and mushy here. There's water in my footprints. Oh wow, I've got to change it. Now this is from 2 days, but today that was only half full this morning, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is filling up quick. That's almost full. Now this is one of the ones I showed you the other day, and then there's that one up in there, which is half full. That one's a slow one. Alright, this one's going to have to be changed right now, so I'll get that jug done as soon as I'm done recording. And then I was out running around the forest. Where are they all? Well, there's a jug straight back in there. I've got one up by that big rock pile. I don't know if I can find it there with the camera. There's one. I've been all over the forest putting out taps today, and today the sap is flowing nicely. Let's go see some of the other new ones I did today. That one's from 2 days ago. So it's been really slow because it's been cold. So we haven't had much going on in the cold weather. But it's going to get better. There's another one out in the forest. Where's my camera? Over there. That one's flowing really nicely because it's warm out today. I'm out in a t-shirt all day. The 5-gallon bucket is half full. That's one I did the other day. And it is half full. And it's only had like a gallon or something, or 2 gallons in there this morning. Now it's 2.5, so it's filling up fast. And then up over here, I retapped some trees from last year. I had to continue washing my buckets and stuff, so I've got 4 taps going on here. Oh, I just snagged up in a picker. Oh wow, good gallon of sap already. Over here I've got a tap. This one's flowing even better. That's a double tap, and it's got like a gallon. Ooh, snagging the pickers again. Here I've got some taps. There's about a gallon. There's a tap from this morning, so not too bad, because this always was a slower tree here. Over here I've got another tap from this morning. This always was a slower tree as well. It's a little bit more shaded. But hey, it all adds up, doesn't it, in the end of the day? And I've got some more out there in the forest scattered around. And I found a lot more maple and birch trees out here. I found some that I can easily recognize, and I will be eventually tapping them all, but I ran out of tubing. I'm going to go up as soon as I put this camera down, grab my coffee and have my coffee break, and check out tubing online. As I walk along, I should do a reminder. I keep getting a lot of comments and private messages from people. There is another intruder, a copy of the Do-It-Yourself World, still giving out, answering comments in my name, and privately messaging people in my name. It's not me, so just so you know, I rarely private message. And there was a fake account of my lawyer who has actually turned people against me. She doesn't go around harassing anybody either. And what else? Oh, I keep getting accused of deleting a lot of comments recently, and that's not me. It's funny enough, one of the days he accused me was Sunday when I wasn't even home all day, and everybody knows that. So I'm not deleting comments en masse, and well, they're still at it, so if you see this stuff, please ignore it. I'm not deleting massive amounts of comments, and I'm not blocking and banning normal people because they voice an opinion. And my long timers, they'll know this is true, and you guys can tell everybody, you know, those of you who don't mind the trolls attacking you, can let everybody know that what I'm saying is true. Many of them have outright called me an idiot and said, you can't do that like this, and I listen to them and I say thank you. So I can tell the difference between somebody trying to tell me a good opinion and advice and somebody who's just trolling and trying to cause trouble. But anyway, I just figured I'd mention that while I'm looking at my maple trees here and my sugar sack out in the forest. I'm going to go in and continue get my coffee break, and I'm going to be out here putting a roof on that thing here today. That's going to be a job. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to manage it alone, but I sure am going to try. This is insane. It's 65 degrees out. Wow. Really nice. I'm going back out. I finished my break. I worked on some websites and some comments and the wedding registry, which I'll be mentioning later. Let's have a look at solar. Now, I just turned off all power. I was consuming a lot of power, and I was using my laser printer and my laptop and my internet and charging some devices, and I was pulling 500 watts of power from 600 watts of solar panels. That is the most I've ever pulled in. So now I know that it's not my wires, it's not my panels, it's the amount of, well, it was the angle of the panel somewhat, but the charge controller limits the amount of power going into the batteries based on what the batteries can handle. Oddly, those forklift batteries were never really taking that much power in, so there's something odd about that. But anyway, we're looking good right now. 62 degrees on the battery bank. Looking really nice. The sun is shining right into that shed and heating those batteries right up today. So we are just pulling in the power. So the blinking light, we're in absorption mode, so that means that this is limiting a potential 600 watts of power down to 100. So it's just reducing what's available. I could be doing all kinds of stuff right now and it would pump it right out. Actually, I have an idea. Hold on. Last year building my house, I kept forgetting to show this, my induction cooker. Now, I do have this on extension cord right now, so I'm not sure if it's going to work like this. Normally you got to plug it right into the power. So I'm going to turn this on. Now, we're looking at 169 watts right now because I just turned on the inverter, which is charging my laptop and my internet. So let's turn this on and see what happens here. I turned on the induction stove and it's pulling 500 watts MPPT, and my inverter is cranking. It's giving me a full load warning, and boy, that thing is buzzing. So now, I just put some vinegar in a cast iron pot, because or pan, I've got to clean this anyway. And we're burning it. Now, I had to put it sideways, and I had to put it on directly into my inverter, because the power cord was too weak for this. And I just put the vinegar in, and I just, at this moment, grabbed the camera. As soon as I put the vinegar in, I grabbed the camera, and look at how fast this is. This is fast. This is really fast. And we're pulling 450 watts of power, but that's all probably that I'm getting at this hour in the day at this time. 450 watts of power. And we are boiling the vinegar in my pan. Now the vinegar is what I use to clean my pans, and a plastic scraper directly from Lodge, by the way. You don't want to use any metal utensils and tools on your stuff, on your cast iron. You don't want to scrape off the protective coating. But yeah, I had this last year and I kept forgetting to record. I was so preoccupied. Yeah, last year was just I was building the house, and I was so busy with all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry I never got this out and showed you guys, but here we are. Some of you may remember this is an induction cooker that I received as a gift last summer, and here we have it, using it to clean a cast iron pot, boiling vinegar, because that's what I use to clean with, and then I'll rinse it off with some water. And there we have absolutely free energy cleaning or cooking. Energy from the sun directly being burnt off right now. Because like I said, it was just limiting what the batteries were taking anyway. So I can shut this off, I can dump this out, I can put more water in, and we'll watch how fast it boils. Look at that, steaming. Alright, I just put the pan back on and just put the water in, a little bit of water. We'll turn the power on. Pop. Let's see how long it takes to boil that water. Now granted, this isn't that much water. I tried to use a little metal pot, but it was giving me an error message, and I don't know why. It likes cast iron, which I like cast iron, so hey. So this induction cooker prefers cast iron. So I am cooking off the grid with an induction cooker on solar power. Now a lot of people have been giving me a lot of flack for my lack of solar power all the time, but it's not. It's just the fact that I had improper batteries. The panels are good, the wires are good, the charge controllers are good. Here we go. As I'm speaking, it comes to a boil. So I have plenty of power if I'm using it. I just ran a laser printer upstairs for a while, and I printed about 50 different documents using a laser printer up in my new off-grid tiny house office. And while I was printing, I ran down and checked, and I was pulling like 500, 600, 700 watts in. And that was at full peak sunlight. So we'll let that boil, and then I can dump that out, and I've got a clean cast iron pan. But there you have it, everybody. Pulling some serious power, 450 watts, MPPT mode, almost 40 amps of power coming in. There you have it. Pulls the battery down to 12.1 under load though. It's really pulling. Well, let me shut off the power here. Alright. And watch that come back up. That was just because it was under severe load. See, that battery comes right back up. That was a heavy load on these little batteries. And now the solar panels, the charge controller is going to pull maximum power in to cover that and charge the batteries back up. So if I had better batteries, we'd be good to go. Like I said, the forklift batteries weren't really taking all the power for some odd reason. I'm not sure what's going on yet with them, but I haven't given up on them. This is 3 100 amp hour batteries that I'm using right now, and I'm just experimenting with them. So anyway, there you have it. Excess off-grid power. I do have the power. Those solar panels are providing the power. It's just a matter of using it, storing it, using it. Hey everybody, my first gallon of pure maple water this year. Just took this off the one tree that's up front here that I said I had to swap out. Now, since my evaporator isn't set up, oh, that's overflowing. My evaporator isn't set up, so I'm going to have myself a full glass of pure, fresh maple water. This is amazing stuff. Very good for you, very, very healthy. There are actually health food shops that sell maple water. And they make claims on how healthy it is and how good it is for you. And it is the life of the tree, so you gotta figure it must be good. It's cool, it's refreshing, it's mildly sweet, and it's full of nutrients. I mean, you imagine, this is what's pumping through the tree right now to go up to prepare for springtime, for putting up all the leaves and extra branches and all the growth. All the power and energy of the tree is right here, packed in this cup right here. That's amazing. It's pure, clean, filtered water filtered by the tree itself, and then all the minerals and nutrients and a little bit of sugar that it adds. I mean, it doesn't get healthier than this right here. Very good stuff. There are some companies, it's very rare. I know of one company that I have seen that bottles this stuff and makes a soft drink out of it, a carbonated beverage. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, and hopefully one day I will figure that out, because I get so many gallons of the raw sap. This is pure raw maple sap right here, fresh out of the tree. I get so many gallons of this stuff each year that if I could figure a way to make it a carbonated beverage, it sure would be good. To put away in bottle for hot summer days, for example. Get you through those hot summer days, grab a bottle of maple, carbonated maple water, and enjoy. Well, I'm going to finish this off, and I'm going to get out there working on that sugar shack. The shadows are getting long and the day is getting short, so see you outside.